Hello, Luke here. I would just like to take a moment to disclose upfront that we sometimes talk about sensitive topics in our podcasts, and in fairness to our audience, we will try our best to put specific warnings in the descriptions of each episode. Now on with the show.
Skating on thin ice with my little sister, and I let her fall straight on through. Then I shoot a dog with an iron bolt, just because I can, you see, I'm cruel. I'll tell my parents it was all your foul play, if you don't go along and see things my way. Skating on thin ice and my mind is made up. Drown my brother and my sister too. And after I cause a 12-car pileup, maybe I'll poison all our food. But off a cliff's edge we'll soon be dangling. Fall on the rocks, my body's mangling. Skating on thin ice.
That was really good. That's your best work yet, man. Hands down, best work yet. Absolutely.
Should I do a quick retake of the my voice cracked there a little bit?
No, but your voice cracked on the word mangling.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah. Like his body. Yeah. Like the child corpse on the rocks.
When you talked about the bolt and the dog started barking.
We will no animals were harmed during the making of this podcast.
All right. Young Frodo Baggins is thrust into the clutches of an evil Home Alone kid, and nobody will believe him in The Good Son. Welcome to the Nostalgia Killers podcast, where we revisit films from our youth to see if they still hold up or should be inserted into the great DVD player in the sky. I'm Luc Londe, joined once again, almost as always, by Chuck Starzenski.
That's right. It is I, the original Mr. Highway.
Joined also almost as much, but some more times now, Javier Martinez.
Woo! Excited to be here. And this drink is making me more excited too.
And joined also, once again, by the fantastic Robert Negoesco.
Hello. No witty comment. This is grim subject matter. This is serious.
This is dark. Get serious.
Yeah, you guys need to stop fucking around.
And be sure to stick around to the end for our Sonic Death Monkey Top 5, where we disclose our top 5 and more actors who we love to watch play against type. And also our honorary Sam Coughlin, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this movie, it's too late.
Yeah.
Already.
Did you hear the song?
Yeah, I was going to say, the spoiler alert needs to come before the song on this one.
Probably. Yeah. But let's go ahead and get right into it. I could have sworn I'd watched this movie before. I could have sworn it's been in the zeitgeist for so long.
Sure.
I could have sworn I'd watched it all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces of it all my life, but I didn't see all of it until I just watched it for this. How about you guys?
Yeah, I can jump in.
Go.
Yeah, I definitely saw this movie way too young. Saw this very unsupervised. Like, I think it was just a yeah, Macaulay Culkin's in it. Like, you'll love this kind of thing, and just put it on and yeah, it was after Home Alone 2, but before Richie Rich for me. Viscerally remember being shook by the ice skating scene. I've actually never been ice skating or had any interest in going ice skating, and this is probably why.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's like, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my experience was pretty similar too. Like, I definitely saw it when I was 8 or 9 or something like that. I think it was one of those things my dad picked up, from the $5 Kmart bin or something. I was like, oh yeah, Macaulay Culkin. Here, kids, let's watch this. And sat down as a family with some hot chocolate and watched it. And we're like, whoa.
It's literally called The Good Son.
Yeah. I was like, man, yeah.
It's for my good boy, Javier.
Yeah. And so I literally just saw it that one time. 20 plus years ago, and haven't seen it since, and all I remembered was the basic plot and the finale. Other than that, I mean, there's a lot of surprises watching this. I don't fucking remember half of this stuff.
Yeah. I very specifically remember taking it off the video store shelf and asking my mom if we could rent it. I didn't look it up. Is this an R-rated movie or PG-13?
Oh, it's R.
Yeah. It's R, I would imagine. I don't believe I was supervised while watching it. I don't think she looked at the back. I don't know. I very clearly remember that and I was still living in San Francisco, so I was like 7 probably. Big Home Alone fan. Watched 1,000 times. See the Home Alone episode about that, but it's like that's why I wanted to see it. I wanted to see more Macaulay Culkin, and I liked Home Alone 2. And Richie Rich I don't think was even out.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I was hungry for some Culkin, and this is the only thing that was there. I think I maybe watched it one other time as a small kid, but it really fucking scarred me from just if it was just one watch. I remember 3 scenes very particularly. Yeah.
Go for it.
Which, no, we'll get there.
That's
We'll
where we
get
are.
there. Oh, okay.
We're there.
Well,
It's a great segue.
the treehouse.
Yeah.
That shit scared the fuck out of me. Right? Where he's like holding him and he's like, if I let you go, could you fly, Mark? It was like so weird and sinister. I didn't remember like a scene particularly, and like I misremembered it. I thought he had drowned his baby sister. Like all these years I've thought about it where I'm like, he fucking killed his like little sister. And I think what happened was I had a baby sister when I watched the movie, and the idea of like you killing your baby sibling was like so fucking frightening to me. Like it chilling, like it was like very terrifying, and I probably like switched it in my head or something like that. But I was like convinced, like, oh yeah, he had a little sister and he drowned her in the tub. I remembered all that. And then I mean the cliff, the cliff stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Which like I'm not gonna like go off on that like right now. That cliff battle is insane.
Yeah.
That's some insane filmmaking.
Yeah, even the treehouse, like when I was watching that, I was wondering how they, like when they were climbing it, like health and safety, they wouldn't get by nowadays. You couldn't climb some shitty ladder nailed into a tree.
No.
3 like of the biggest movie stars.
Yeah, because there's some like beautiful close-ups of like Elijah Wood, just like that's actually Elijah
that was
Wood.
definitely climbing that tree.
There's
Yeah.
wides of all 3 of them climbing the tree at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I don't know how it was done.
Yeah, well, it was just done.
Yeah.
Like it was like apologize later kind of deal, I guess.
Oh, and then I do remember the car crash. Sorry. I guess maybe it's 4. But the car crash very stuck in my mind a lot.
Yeah, again, I haven't seen it since, so I can't say that there's any scenes that I'm like nostalgic for because I didn't remember much of it.
Sure.
But just, upon watching it again this time, dude, fucking Elijah Wood. Like, he outshined Macaulay Culkin, in my opinion. Or at least in terms of like he's like acting, or there's like a range versus like Macaulay, Macaulay Culkin still plays it fine, but it's like Elijah Wood has
also
more
playing
range.
a psychopath who's
He's
not supposed
playing
to have
dead inside.
not supposed to have emotions at all. So
No, I guess I just say I like seeing
I know what you mean though.
child actor like with the range of like, oh, like
What
just
are
in
you
his face,
doing,
he's got that
Mom?
face, the eyes, and stuff.
Mom,
It's
Those
great.
what
giant
are you
fucking blue
doing?
eyes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's why he was cast as Frodo. We showed that he could overtake evil
And
in
Huck,
this.
and
And climb on a cliff.
Yeah.
There's cliffs.
yeah.
Yeah. Peter Jackson was like, good son. I tried to get Macaulay as Sauron, but he wasn't working at the time.
What if for tryouts they just had like 10 kids try to climb the wall? Elijah's the only one that made it up. Like, you got the role, son. All my notes are from me when I was very drunk watching this, so I don't remember much. But I did laugh a lot at the whimsy ass music over the dreary dead footage of a winter in Maine. Oh my God, that was like somebody was trying so hard to make it sound
Elmer Bernstein.
like,
No. While I was watching the movie, I had to stop and send I didn't want to communicate with any of you because I wanted to save it for the podcast, but I had to send an audio message, and it was like, Elmer Bernstein needs to calm the fuck down in this movie. I was like pissed off.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, like I was like, oh fuck, this is bad. Like the music. What I wrote is like, I think I wrote it. The score is incongruous with the grim subject matter, and it never aligns. It does get better as the tension of the story rises. It seems like he starts to suit, but it's like, I was like trying to wrap my head like Elmer Bernstein is like super established score composer. I gotta assume that they were like told him really try like to make it upbeat in the beginning, but it doesn't match what we're looking at all for the first like 20 minutes.
Yeah, the kid's mother just died. It should be melancholic.
Yeah.
A little
somber,
a little
quiet,
somber,
and it's
yeah.
like it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Did not match the movie.
No,
Yes,
and I settled in, but like literally the first 20 minutes I was like, this sucks. Every minute of this is trash.
Look, man, mom's out of the way. It's time for dad and son to take a road trip, baby.
11 states.
Yeah, 11 states in 3 days.
In an open Jeep. Fuck
Yeah.
that. In the
Yeah.
wintertime. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna bomb the galaxy? There's a lot of stuff to look at, kid. Like, dude.
I had the music in my nitpick, so I was going to talk about that
Okay.
too. Yeah, but I was God.
Though this is of two movies I know where Elijah Wood plays an original Game Boy, the other
Yeah.
being Flipper. But in Flipper, it blew my mind as a kid, and I'd be mad at the TV. There's no cartridge in the thing,
yeah.
and it's going boop, 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 boop. And I'm like, you didn't put a fucking cartridge in that shit? At least the people who made The Good Son put a fucking cartridge in there. God.
You guys kind of hit all the nails on the head. The only thing I'll mention as far as nostalgia and like things I liked about the movie, the boys will be boys moments. Like
Yeah.
all the kind of lead up stuff of like, yeah, them like smoking and like fucking around in the abandoned
I get
warehouse
that.
and like not killing the dog, but like playfully running from the dog and like all that kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, like
Yeah.
this is fun. This is like some coming of age stuff. And then, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But otherwise, yeah, the fucking ice skating, car pile up, the cliff fight. Yeah, you guys.
I mean, the gun? He made like a space gun. He made like a small soldier's
Yeah,
gun.
that's not even a crossbow. That's,
No. And it's like there's like air compression going on. There's bolts. Like he made like, what the fuck? This kid is a serious threat. Like he would have been a super terrorist if he had been allowed to live.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And not for a good cause or anything, just for the terror. He made a fucking gun. Shoots bolts into trees. That cat needed to be way more scared.
I know.
Cats are not like that.
Fucking rusty bolts with no shape.
Yeah.
There's no way to get any kind. I don't know how the gun worked, but goddamn.
As
It
dull as
embeds
possible.
itself into
Yeah.
trees. Jesus.
So here's my conspiracy theory, right? It's Kevin McAllister's twin separated at birth.
Oh, like a Hugo Bart Simpson sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whoa. That is true. That is like a very ingenious thing. But see, here's the thing. If Kevin had that bolt gun, we didn't need all these traps. He just would have shot them both and they're fucking dead. And then he would have put them in a sack and dropped them in a well. And then they would have come home and they never would have found those burglars. It would have been great.
That's basically my Blue's Clues and Blue Velvet mashup. But yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I
I
was
do want to
thinking.
see this alternate movie where it's not Kevin McAllister. It's the exact family.
Henry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both very yuppie.
My just one more scene. I don't remember exactly where. I think it's at the beginning, but the taillights in the face of the kid as his dad drives away.
Oh, yeah.
That sparked a lot of memories from me as a kid. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you go to a random parking lot, you might see a couple cars parked off in the distance, where they're divorced couples swapping their kids.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that brought it all back home for me.
Uh-huh. Just know you were the good son, though, Luke.
I was the only son. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, we were at a burger place in Petaluma. That's where we would swap me.
Yeah, yeah. It's nobody talks about it, but it happens.
Yeah, of course.
I got one more, which is just the best line in the fucking movie. I was like, "Hey, Mark, yeah, don't fuck with me."
Yeah.
Give Macaulay the fucking the
Macaulay
F-bomb.
gets
yeah.
one F-bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
It
love
was pretty good.
I really liked it.
It is kind of bone chilling, like a little bit, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's fully as evil as maybe he could be, right? I think they were trying to like, okay, this is going to be too crazy. But like that moment is like, oh, this is a monster.
Yeah, no, it's great because of the way he says it. You know, it's very
Yeah.
calm. Because it
Very
could
calm,
be easy to be
exactly.
like, "Don't fuck with me, Mark." But he's just like, "Hey, Mark, don't fuck with me."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, I won't."
Yeah, he's almost jovial.
Mhm.
Like, hey, Mark, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Anybody got any of my favorite scenes?
That was about it.
No, that's about it.
Go on to nitpicks
Yeah.
and fixes.
So again, I just remembered the plot and I remembered the cliff scene. So I had no idea. It just fucking ends.
Yeah.
The movie just fucking ends.
That ends
with some
is
dumbass
so abrupt.
little
That
monologue.
quote, that sucked.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, weird voiceover post Henry death as he stands on like a fucking mesa just out of nowhere. Like,
Also, the movie not presenting Elijah Wood as also fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Be like, she's my mom now.
Oh,
that is the craziest shit to say. Like, I don't think Macaulay Culkin said anything even close to that crazy. That is a crazy thing to say. Like, he's like, I knew my mom would come back. She's my mom now.
I was like, that's probably the most chilling line in the movie.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, both these kids are sociopaths. Got it. Like, that's free. And the way it ends, right? It's like, what's the end? Because it makes it go, she's my mom. Like, that's what the movie tells you. Is like,
It is
that's
short.
his mom now.
It is short. It needed another act, another little epilogue or something.
Like, is his dad moving into that state? It's like, they live 11 states away. How's that your mom now? Like, what? That's your aunt.
I think the dad just went to New York.
I know, but like, isn't he? Wait, what?
Yeah, I think he took a new job in New York.
So then so then that's another nitpick then. What is Mark doing on a mesa
what's he
then alone in like the middle of Arizona or
we're
whatever?
staying with that family. Oh, you mean in Arizona? That's where they lived before the mother died.
Oh yeah, but that's like
But
the
I think-
final shot. He's like in the desert again.
That's from the beginning of the movie, I think.
Oh, so that didn't happen. They're just like overlaying it with.
I think that's just like his like spirit place where he goes back to.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he really went back there.
I was
I mean,
like, that's
either way, it sounds awful. Either way, it sounds awful. I don't like that either.
It's the same shot from the beginning of the movie.
Okay, so the idea is that the dad takes a job in the same region as the family, so he can see his
Maine's not that far
aunt
from New
and
York.
his cousin, the one surviving child of that family. We're on nitpicks. The fucking way the movie ends, the mom, it's just like, oh, well, you know, the son that you gave birth to, your firstborn, who also killed your other kid. Well, he's dead now, so you're fine. You killed him. You're fine. Right? Like, it's like, what are you talking about?
There's no emotional weight there at
That
all.
lady is shattered beyond belief forever. Her son died, and this, right? It's implied that it's years after Richard died.
Oh yeah.
She killed her fucking son.
Yeah, that wouldn't have. There's no way that would have happened.
That's crazy.
Well, she couldn't save both.
I know.
She saved one of
Here's
them.
what should have happened though. She should have tried to save both, and in the end, Macaulay should have just not been able to hold on. I think that would have been better. Like if she just, you could see her trying, and then Macaulay just kind of like, oh, I can't, and he slips, right? Because
It's
her like
wild.
letting go.
It's way more
that doesn't
wild
make sense.
that mom kills her child.
She just found out as a kill. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No, it's crazy.
I had that as a nitpick. I'm like,
I like that it's
that's
in
not
a
gonna
movie
happen.
though, because I'm like, I like when movies do things that are crazy as fuck. Like,
But by then she knows that he killed the other brother.
yeah,
So
that's why she
she's
did
like-
it.
Yeah, she's making the choice to.
To kill the one who killed Richard.
I mean, I understand it thematically, but it just that wouldn't happen.
And she would never be able to live with it.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, or not normally, not how the movie wraps it up where it's like, let's go home. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Like, you need to be sobbing on the cliffside for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, the original ending is her in a sanitarium and like we go visit her. Yeah.
Or she could be like, I never liked him anyway.
Oh, that would have solved everything.
Yeah.
Then they high five.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, let's get a pizza.
Let's go eat tuna or something.
Yeah.
Let's get a lobster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're still on nitpicks. The yuppiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life is this entire
Children
fucking
eating
family.
lobster for dinner.
Oh, dude, no, just everything top to bottom. They seem way more detached from the world than the McAllisters. Like, yeah, and the lobster and just everything about it is like our perfect life, our perfect ideal life. I don't know. It was so. This is a jumping ahead to the band thing, but it's on the yuppie subject. My yuppie yacht rock cover band that's like a Steel Panther style parody band. Do you want me to drop Connie off at the Andersons? Which is just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I'll just say the big one. What's Henry's motivation for wreaking havoc? Like, is it just straight up jealousy? Is he just an edgelord? Is he evil incarnate? Like, there's no real, like, aside from just like, Richard had my toy. Like,
It was mine first.
Yeah, I had that.
Mine
I had
first
that
kind of
evil
thing,
for
yeah.
the sake of evil. Like,
Exactly.
It kind of is, right? I mean, the most we have, I think, is the scene where he's like, I used to be afraid, but then I realized you can do anything.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't afraid anymore.
Have
You
any-
can fly,
have
and
any-
no one can touch
Any
you.
of you ever lived in rural Maine?
No.
There you go.
That's
That'll do it.
the setting
That'll
of
do
all
it.
of Stephen King's
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
No, I haven't either, but I've been there. But it's like, fuck, I'd be bored. I probably would have shot cats and dogs as a kid.
The clam chowder doesn't make up for it.
No, you can. This thing is, it's plentiful there. That's like the staple diet. Like
It's like water. It flows.
it's like because it's mostly available.
That's what's actually in the well is clam chowder. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It comes out of the tap.
Fucking New England.
I got back to the score for just a second. During the dramatic scenes, there's the same exact. I don't know if it's the phrasing or what, but it's from Airplane. The dramatic sound, the dramatic music from Airplane is like during the dramatic fights during The Good Son.
Whoa.
If you go back and listen to it, it's fucking note for note Airplane.
I wonder if Elmer Bernstein did the airplane.
I'm wondering that too. I was going to look it up while you're talking about him.
Yeah. No, I mean, that guy's like a legendary composer.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he do Psycho? Like, am I wrong?
I don't
might
know.
be speaking out of
I'm
turn.
not too familiar with him, but
Yeah.
anybody got any more?
Yeah, this is a nitpick, but it's also kind of a pro at the same time. I found myself laughing at really inappropriate times due to not being able to take Macaulay Culkin seriously.
Yeah.
Like, when there's just times where I'm just like, oh, Henry. Because you just have like an 8-year-old staring off into space menacingly, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
sure, kid.
I had one more, which was just the screenwriter writing as an adult and not a kid.
Mhm.
Just because, have you met children? Like, I work with children every day. Like, it wouldn't have taken him no fucking, I don't know how long he was there, but, weeks to tattle. Like, I don't know, as a kid, like, I'll be like, hey, auntie, he fucking threw a thing off him. Like, it wasn't me. Like, there's,
Yeah.
Hey, what's
they
wrong?
want a
Oh.
tattle.
nothing. Everything's fine. Like, there's no way. Like, maybe the first couple, but like
All the dialogue in their mouths is not children dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
It's all adults.
Well, he also, I think Henry had established that he would hurt his sister if he went and told.
Yeah.
I think.
I feel like all that could have been so
Maybe
much
later,
stronger, though. Like, because there's so many times where it's just like, oh, like,
I'm gonna do that.
You're going to try and blame Mr. Highway on me, but like, I got to tell somebody about Mr. Highway. Holy shit. Like, this is like that, because that was like his big, like, the first reveal of like, oh, this kid is like actually.
You can tell anybody you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be like our other brother who isn't here anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That one scene was okay where he's like, go ahead, tell him. Like, and he's like,
Oh, see,
and then he's like,
that was
no.
good. Yeah.
And then he's like, Dad, Mark has something to tell. Like,
Yeah, that was good.
And he's like, oh, I don't know. I better go check on him and make sure he's okay. Like, that shit was like, oh, this is fucking scary. I see how you've been manipulating these people this whole time and how you will continue. Like, and it's like, I just think they needed maybe that earlier.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Like, he needed to be threatened sooner.
Yeah, because the first couple of times there's no reason.
Yeah,
for him
yeah,
to
yeah.
to not say anything.
He's just like, he's kind of just, I guess I go along with, I don't know though. That's the thing. This shit is all like, this is like 1990.
Yeah.
You know, like, I thought it was shocking when she slaps him, when she's like, don't you ever tell me those lies again or whatever. But it's like, that's not even supposed to be shocking for the time. It's like,
Yeah.
parents hit their kids in the face. Like, that's what they did. Where now I'm like, whoa, dude, he can never trust her again. Like, that's what I'm internalizing watching that scene. But the movie, the filmmakers, that is not, it's like, oh, if you talk back to a parent, you're getting slapped
She
in the
spoke about his
face.
son, of course. I guess.
Yeah, that's your nephew. Of course you slap him in the face when he says crazy shit. You know, like, so it's like, I almost feel like the kids talking to their parents was like parents didn't listen as much.
Nope.
You know, I watched Nightmare on Elm Street with my little cousins who have great parents. And the thing that scared them the most was, why won't the parents listen to them? And I was like, whoa, you guys got like, I was like, you guys got good parents. Like, you know, like, that's your problem with this. But like, they were like screaming at the TV, like, why don't they listen to her? And it's like, I think that was kind of the thing. It's like, children are to be seen, not heard. It wasn't fully that era, but it was like, ending. You know, this is like 1990 or 89.
I mean, you guys didn't have to put up with that shit?
It's like,
I was respected too much.
You guys ready to go on?
yeah.
True.
Onto the rainy day double feature. I picked, I didn't have like too much to draw from, but Empire of the Sun.
I've never seen it.
Is that Bruce Willis? Is that what I'm thinking of? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, Christian Bale.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was like,
As-
you're just
as-
listening
as
to
like-
Walking
as
on a
like
Dream?
13-year-old. Yeah. No, it's a
It's a Steven Spielberg
It's a
movie,
Spielberg
right?
movie with very little dialogue.
Hmm.
And it's when Japan invades China and there's some British nationals left behind. He gets separated from his parents and he's like wandering through fucking war fields and kind of want to watch it again due to this movie. Like,
Yeah, I went the other way. I needed more. I was bulking on Culkin. I went getting even with Dad. So Ted Danson as a jewel thief. Macaulay Culkin discovers his dad is a jewel thief and is like,
I've never seen this.
he does the less violent, same amount of manipulation though
Oh.
that Henry does. But he's like, Dad, I'll send you back to jail unless you do all the cool dad stuff.
I do remember that. I
Yeah.
No
forgot
way.
about that one.
Huh.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
My
check
choice
it out.
was Step Brothers.
Nice.
Because it's just this same, like,
The same
they're not
dynamic.
brothers in this, but it's
Yeah.
like two boys who are like in a family and they have to like learn to get along.
It's a waiting game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and that cliff battle in Step Brothers is so good.
I continued with the theme of evil children, and I went with Goodnight Mommy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never finished it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know there's a twist ending, so I should finish it.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, bummer.
He wanted to say things, but
No, go for it.
No, that was it. I think I just spoiled it for you.
Oh, Sam Coughlin, spoiler alert. Go for
Yeah.
it.
No, yeah.
oh, the spoiler is that the kid's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, not
Because the whole film, you're
not
like,
the
oh my god,
mommy.
the mama and then it turns out,
Oh,
yeah, it turns out the kids are.
dang. You got double spoiler warnings. For
Yeah,
this.
well, they're not like, yeah.
Very good. On to this movie's cocktail.
Yeah. In honor of Henry and his crazy shenanigans, we've got Oh Henry. So this is basically a take on an Oh Henry candy bar.
Oh.
So you've got 2 ounces of a peanut butter infused bourbon, 1 ounce of a homemade creme de cocoa, 1/4 ounce of a caramel syrup, and a dash of saline. Stir all the ingredients over ice and strain onto fresh ice. Sip as you lament the death of your youngest son over the edge of a cliff. Which I'm surprised nobody talked about that. Like, I mean, that's probably coming up in another category, but like so much cliff lamenting. I mean, I guess that's what you do in New England is you just like,
There's a lot of cliffs.
there's a lot of, yeah.
That's in their backyard.
Sorry,
If
yeah.
you had that in your backyard, you'd go on that cliff.
Oh, yeah.
You might not be lamenting, but you'd be out there. I'd be out there.
Yeah, I'd
I'd just be like smoking weed out there, though.
I'd stand out there in a dark trench coat just to look cool.
Yeah. Be like, hey, you stand on that other cliffside and take a picture.
Exactly. Go get this shot.
Yeah.
Excellent, Chuck. Thank you very much. And
Thank
that,
you.
that will take our first ad break.
And break. Welcome back to Nostalgia Killers Trivia, everybody's favorite section of the podcast. And today we're here to find out what our guests know or don't know about the good son. Sorry about that. I didn't have much time. I did not write a good pun. Question number 1. Question number 1. Although written in the late 80s, the movie sat in developmental hell until 2 unlikely box office smashes were released in the early 90s. What were they?
So, Home Alone.
Yeah.
And Huck? Is it Huck Everlasting or Huck?
My Girl.
I have no guess.
Okay. I'll give Robert the half a point. I'll give him a point. So it's Home Alone and Silence of the Lambs.
Oh. Baby Hannibal.
I mean, yeah.
Baby Hannibal. So I get the point? Okay.
Yeah.
second
Because
part.
Home Alone showed them that like a young child actor could actually lead like a successful film, and then Silence of the Lambs was like, oh, people are interested in this. Like people want like a sick dark thriller.
Right.
Like okay, sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Question number 2. True or false? In the original script, Henry's homicidal behavior was due to a mental illness.
True.
It's the 90s. True.
I'll say false.
It is true. The original script was much more nuanced and focused on the psychological unraveling of Henry, but was rewritten to simplify for mainstream audiences. The later novelization actually maintains the humanized version of Henry.
We gotta get this novelization. Wow.
Question number 3. Speaking of different visions, this film was originally supposed to be directed by Michael Lehman of Heathers fame. Why was Lehman ultimately replaced? A. His salary request wasn't honored. B. Test audiences found his version of the story confusing. Or C. An on-set clash with Macaulay Culkin's father, Kit.
Ooh, C. Sounds fun.
I'm gonna go with C.
B.
It is indeed C. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin's father, Kit, and director Michael Lehman almost came to blows one day on set.
Their parents were kind of shitheads, like trying to like get all their kids.
Oh yeah, there's another Culkin in this, right?
Yeah,
is it the sister?
The sister is a Culkin.
Quinn, yeah.
Okay.
Question number 4, true or false? The animosity between Mark and Henry extended past the screen. Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin had beef in real life.
Whoa.
True or false?
I don't want it to
False.
be true. I'll say false.
False.
It is false. Wood and Culkin actually hit it off on set and are still friends to this day.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, it just seems like they have a natural chemistry. They wouldn't have been able to pull off these scenes of antagonism without that.
Yeah.
As far as I know, they're both pretty cool dudes, at least from what I've seen, so I can't imagine.
Question number 5. Why wasn't The Good Son ever theatrically released in the UK? A. Legal issues with Fox's international distribution company. B. Similarities to the film and a murder case in Liverpool. Or C. Such poor reviews in the American market that it was withheld until a VHS release.
C.
I'm gonna go with B.
B.
Unfortunately, it is B, yes. So yeah, the kidnapping and murder of James Bulger, which was perpetrated by 2 10-year-old boys, happened literally months before the release date.
Fuck.
And we are not a true crime podcast, so if you want to learn more about that, go for it. But it's that's a sad one. Don't do it. Question number 6. Speaking of tragedies, which of Henry's antics allegedly inspired a real-life incident?
Oh no.
Is it A, trapping Connie under ice? B, throwing Mr. Highway off the bridge? Or C, shooting the guard dog with a bolt gun?
B.
B.
I want to be different. I'm going to say C.
It is indeed B, throwing Mr. Highway off the bridge. On Halloween of 1992, 2 teenagers threw a mannequin off an overpass, causing a pregnant woman to swerve and die.
Ooh.
The defense claimed that the boys were traumatized and inspired by the movie.
That's not how things work, but that is awful.
We'll lighten things up a little bit with question number 7. Macaulay Culkin actually performed the 30-foot cliff drop without a stunt double. What was promised to Culkin to coax him into doing the stunt himself?
Oh, he did?
What?
He actually did this,
That wasn't part of the question. Yeah, it was like,
No,
that was
so
telling
that's
you.
not up for debate.
Way.
What?
So yeah, he was coaxed by the filmmakers to jump 30 feet with either A, 2 weeks off from filming, B, a puppy, C, the lead role in the upcoming movie The Pagemaster, or D, a BB gun.
D. BB gun.
Puppy.
Pagemaster.
It is D, a BB gun.
That's fucking crazy. Wait, they dropped a kid off a cliff
Yeah.
What?
on just like a big inflatable thing, or what the fuck?
Yeah, like he had like a harness kind of thing. They kind of just,
What? That's a dummy that's falling. I don't even understand.
Maybe from the wide shot, but from the drop where you're looking down at both of them.
Oh.
She does release him. We do watch him fall quite
yeah,
a
we
ways.
do like a Hans Gruber, a Hans Gruber
Hans Gruber
fall.
did
Yeah.
fall.
We're definitely
yeah.
going to talk about this cliff scene a little bit more, right? Because I'm like, I still have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Holy shit.
It looks like kids just rolling around on a cliff.
Yeah.
Question number 8. Critics were not kind to The Good Son, specifically Macaulay Culkin's performance as the antagonist. True or false? This is the first and final villain role Macaulay Culkin ever played.
True?
False.
Yeah, false.
It is true. Macaulay Culkin has sworn off playing antagonists due to this film. You could argue that Party Monster, like,
Yeah, I was
but
trying-
he's
trying
not
to-
the antagonist. He just like happens to, yeah.
Trying to think of the thing he was bad in, but yeah, you're right.
He does, yeah, right? Like in that movie, Seth Green is the more naive one, and he is the one who's like pushing him towards,
Yeah.
but he's not the antagonist. I still think Macaulay could play a great villain.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It'd be awesome.
And now we're on to Usual Suspects. Question number 9. What Nostalgia Killers alumni was actually originally cast as Henry? A. Jesse Bradford from Hackers. B. Johnny Galecki from Christmas Vacation. C. Joseph Mazzello from Jurassic Park. Or D. Jimmy Workman from Addams Family.
Galecki.
C, the Jurassic Park kid.
What was the first one again?
First one is Jesse Bradford from Hackers.
The second one?
Johnny Galecki from
Galecki?
Christmas Vacation.
I'll go with Galecki.
It was actually A. Jesse Bradford from Hackers.
Fuck.
Damn.
That guy's turned or not done or turned down some of the biggest things.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Question number 10, follow-up question to that last question. Why did Macaulay Culkin inevitably get the role of Henry instead of Jesse Bradford? Was it A, his audition was spectacular? B, he was obligated due to a 3-picture deal? C, his dad threatened to pull him out of Home Alone 2? Or D, Jesse Bradford became ill and had to drop out?
C.
D.
A.
It is indeed C. His dad actually threatened. He was like, my son is going to be in this movie. If not, I'm going to pull him out of the biggest sequel of all time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this guy's just a real bastard, so
Yeah.
I went with that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, thanks for playing, everybody. You want to count up
Thank
your
you, Chuck.
cards?
Yeah, you got 5.
3. Why?
Like Robert.
7.
Robert wins.
Hey, we got a winner. We got Robert.
Woo!
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, thanks for.
I am the
thanks-
good son.
Thanks for doing trivia. You are the good son.
Robert Negoesco, the best son.
Yay!
And at this time, I'd like to thank our executive producers. Thank you, Javier Martinez.
Whoop, whoop.
If you'd like to be an executive producer, have your name shouted out on each episode, you can help us on Patreon for $15 a month. Patreon.com/The Nostalgia Killers. I haven't been there in a long time.
If you donate to our Patreon, much like Addie Martinez, thank you, Addie, you too will be able to let go. You'll know what it's like to fly.
Jesus Christ.
Be thankful Maddie survived into adulthood.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I thought mine was bad. All right.
Ad break, ad break.
I was just going to say be cool like Addie, but you know.
On that note, we're just cutting the mics.
Thank God we're on an infinite delay. We can just fucking go all the way back.
Cool.
Very nice. Thanks, Chuck. And we're back with Act 3, the award categories. We start off, as always, with my new band name. I don't have a lot.
Yeah, I had a difficulty with this because there's not any, like...
Not a lot of quotes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I have a couple.
We probably have the same one.
What, Mr. Highway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one too.
I got Mr. Highway.
Everybody does.
I got-
Well, okay, what type of band is everybody's? Mine's a B-52's Primus / Devo type self-described weird disco rock band.
Huh?
Mine is an awful Jason Mraz-esque singer-songwriter.
I just like a generic 80s rock band, like radio rock. Yeah.
Well, mine's called Mr. Highway Body Count, and it's one of those black metal bands where you can't read the name in their logo.
Yeah, cool.
I also just got Trapped Under Ice by Metallica. Just like,
Yeah.
this is I don't remember this in this movie, but yeah.
That is what that song's
It
about.
is pretty much.
Even though it came out before, but
know.
it is what it's about.
Oh, that should have played during the scene.
Do a re-edit.
Yeah.
Under Ice.
Yeah.
Anybody got any more?
I got 2 more, but the only good one is Don't Be Afraid to Fly.
Yeah.
They're a jam band, kind of like Fish or like the Grateful Dead.
I got Skating with Henry. really popular in the early 2000s. They were like a pop rock band. You know, they toured with Bowling for Columbine for a while. Bowling for Soup. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're wearing the shirt. Holy shit, dude.
That's hilarious.
That's amazing.
I also like the idea that they just like, all right, so after the movie, everyone stick around. These guys are going to do a set. It's like Michael Moore taking the movie around.
Yes, yeah. Great band. And then from the quote, "Don't ever come to me with these lies again." Just these lies again, which is a doom metal band. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, I had just used if I let you go, do you think it flies an album title?
yeah.
But for my band, I had Mine Before His, in reference to the Rubber Ducky. It was mine before it was his.
That's scary.
It's like a shoegaze band or something.
Shoegaze murder band. Right on to the Roger Deakins Would Be Proud Award for cinematography. That cliff shot.
Yeah.
Fucking, I guess it's everywhere in Maine. That's my impression of Maine. It's just like everything's up on a cliff and you can watch the sunrise and it's just evil. And I love
All of the fucking landscapes in this movie.
Yeah.
Like everywhere. Like everything in Arizona, everything on the drive, everything in Maine. It's just like,
Those kids playing soccer with that mountain in the background. I,
know.
was like, Jesus Christ, why does this look so? And I was like, what does this have to do with anything? This just looks incredible for a fucking soccer game.
mm-hmm.
Also, is this like future thinking movie, like soccer in 1990?
Yeah.
Right?
As
Like,
everybody knows, it didn't come out until 2008 or so.
I just mean in America. People weren't playing soccer back then.
Yeah, there were.
No.
People in Arizona,
Maybe.
Nevada.
I
Yeah.
don't know. My grandfather was a soccer coach. People weren't playing fucking soccer. It was like barely.
It's on the lines of lacrosse. I
Yeah.
think, in-
Yeah.
At that
like-
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what the fuck, you know.
Oh, fuck you, lacrosse. Soccer fucking smoke your ass.
Yeah, I had those as well, but I also had the argument with his mom when they're in the shed talking about the ducky, and there's just like that beam of light coming in through the slits, and it's just illuminating
Very strategic light. Yeah.
Culkin's, which is
Yeah,
Just
very
his eyes.
crazy eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
looks good. Yeah.
Chuck?
I got one more. Yeah, I got, it's like after Mark almost tells on Henry, it's like Mark silhouetted in the foreground and Henry enters the room and he's just like,
Yeah.
couldn't do it, could you?
And there's no reverse shot of it.
Yeah,
It
there's
just,
no
just
reverse,
plays it out.
just that,
I
yeah.
fucking love that. That decision was awesome.
The shot of the little girl under the ice is pretty fucking terrifying.
Pretty
looking.
damn realistic
Like,
looking,
I
right?
don't
Like,
know how they did that or what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
They gave her a BB gun and said, "Hey, get under the ice."
Yeah, exactly.
now that's what I'm trying to understand with this whole movie, right? Because I also have the cliff battle,
Yeah.
which looks incredible. But what is going on? Like, the only thing I could think of, not having looked this up, is like they're really on a cliff edge, but like there's like something wrapped around their ankles or something because
Safety line.
I noticed their feet were not in the shot. But I mean, it's like literally like little kids rolling around on a fucking cliff, and I'm like, you can't remake this movie.
No.
This doesn't make sense.
Maybe the Milo and Otis days, baby. These were, yeah.
I guess so. Like,
We'll just go get another child and just put a red wig on him and, stick
it's
him in.
fucking crazy. I mean, just having anybody on those cliffs
Yeah.
is crazy. I noticed like one shot where there was like clearly a stunt performer who was supposed to be Macaulay Culkin, like on top of someone else, but every other shot, it looked like it was them.
I also love that they used a stunt performer for that little tussle, but then it's like, no, we'll throw the boy.
Yeah. Yeah, what? For a wide shot. Oh, no. It's for the close-up, okay, of him falling. Yeah, the Hans Gruber Death Fall
Yeah,
Award
exactly.
that were...
Is that Channing Tatum and a Dog Color Award? Not a lot of people in this movie.
No.
But I got David Morse. The
Yeah,
dad,
that's
the
what I had
dad.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's he in? He looked very
He's in
familiar.
The Rock. That's like what I really know him from. He's also in Long Kiss Goodnight.
Green Mile.
He's
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 how
the
I
dad
know.
in Contact.
Oh. Yeah, he's just,
Yeah.
he's one of those guys.
He's one of those guys. He's
Yeah.
just always the dad or
The dad or the random villain.
yeah.
Yeah, he I feel like he was... What was he evil in? I've seen him evil in
He's
something.
evil in Long Kiss Goodnight.
I don't know.
And then I think he's bad in The Rock. I think he's like one of the soldiers.
But that perm is really what's evil.
And then also Auntie. That's president's wife in Air Force One.
Oh, no shit.
Wendy Christen, yeah.
Oh, I just missed. I could have put that as a
That's
question.
the other thing she's in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Should we do the Hans Gruber? Is it just
we
obvious?
can keep talking about this fucking cliff all day.
The Henry death follow.
I mean, it just happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we can pass it up. It is a very good Hans Gruber.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just talk about the fact that this is a movie that has a 12-year-old boy die at the end, and that is good by the movie's laws. Like, it's like, yes, finally.
Whoever edits this, clip
Right?
that.
The balls of everybody involved to make a movie where a 12-year-old boy falls off a cliff and dies, smashed, his body shattered against the rocks, and gets swept into the ocean. And it's like, the intended response from the audience is like,
A stand and clap.
yes, finally, the balls on everybody. Incredible. Like, even if this movie is a disaster, you get that award. It's like, I want someone to try that again. Come up with everything. Everything. Give me every reason to cheer for a 12-year-old boy dying.
Yeah.
What? Whoa.
Very nice. I don't think we've had that kind of Hans Gruber award before. That's very well put. I like it. Anybody top that?
No. I was saying maybe we even change it next season to
Henry.
Henry must die.
Yeah.
the Good Son Death Fall Award.
Yeah.
All right, on to Why I Like Waterworld, a controversial hot take.
Yeah. Everything is Mark's fault. His sheer presence gives Henry the opportunity to finally commit all these atrocities that he's been dreaming of, just because now he has a potential scapegoat.
Yeah. There is a weird thing where it's like, you just got here. You could have killed your mom and your fucking sister this whole fucking time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And is that how he expresses love? Or like, what? He doesn't care about his dad. He's not trying to kill his dad.
Yeah.
No dads are getting killed.
No.
Just baby brothers, baby sisters, dogs, and moms.
Maybe he's an incel.
I don't know. He wants to just to be me and my dad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he loves his dad and he hates everybody else.
He's a
I don't
men's
know.
rights activist, yeah.
That guy's like not even a character though.
You got one on me?
I kind of talked about it in the beginning, but just Elijah Wood is the better actor here.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. That's what I had, yeah.
Mine is that Henry does not exist.
Oh.
Henry is Tyler Durden.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
I did think about that too at one point. There is like there's something strange
Do
going
not
on in
fuck with us.
Yeah. There's something
Yeah.
strange going on in those scenes. But then it's like, well, then how'd the baby die? Maybe he just drowned.
We're not really watching it through the reality of the world. We're watching it through Mark's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I almost had that from my Blue Velvet,
Nice.
but then I was like, nah.
No, too stupid. Yeah.
I would
I
disagree.
get it. It's fine.
Baby Tyler Durden. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Tyler Durden in the early years.
Yeah.
Benjamin Button Fight Club.
Yeah, it's like episode 1 of Fight Club.
It's Fight Crib.
On to Blue Velvet meets Blue's Clues. What would you mash this movie up with or take away?
Yeah. I said Good Son meets Mr. Nanny. So Henry tries his murderous antics under the watchful eye of Hulk Hogan, but gets put in his place by the Hulkster.
So he gets like elbow dropped off a cliff?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's just SummerSlam, yeah.
Yeah.
I got what you guys kind of already brought up before, but I would like to see Home Alone with this Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would be a very different movie. They would probably need more villains. They would probably the first two would probably die off pretty quickly.
So many.
Oh, yeah, this is a short film if this kid is Kevin McAllister, yeah.
Yeah. What I wanted to see is a version of Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. And then they're trying to get to Mordor, right? And it's Sam and Frodo. And then they're like, "Ooh, what is that over there?" And it's just Macaulay Culkin standing on the cliffside. And he's like, "Try to reach Mordor. Try." And then they have to fight him.
He's got his bolt gun with him.
Yeah, he has the bolt gun. They have to fight him on a cliff. And the mom shows up. It's like super dramatic. Just an extra step, because for the extended Return of the King, that's 12 hours long.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, throw Macaulay in there.
So I had The Good Son meets The Sixth Sense.
Oh.
And it can go either way. Either Henry was actually dead the whole time, or Mark was dead the whole time.
Whoa.
You know, maybe he got off as soon as he got there.
Whoa.
And yeah.
Does Bruce Willis play the dad in this one?
Yeah, but
Sure.
he's in New York too. So you don't see him.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, I gotta go to Tokyo.
I gotta go be in another movie.
What is this job that he's gonna pull off where he's like gonna be independently wealthy for the rest of his life?
To
He's
raise a child
one
and everything,
one
yeah.
fucking deal he seals in Tokyo, and he's like, I'll never have to leave you again. Yeah, I'm independently wealthy.
It's gotta be a horrific crime.
Oh yeah. He's like selling a country out from under a people. Yeah. That guy does not. I mean, he doesn't look like a good guy.
We'll go on to our Here Comes Kanye pluggables. So the cards thing kind of failed.
Aw.
Yeah. But I'll fund it somehow. We'll just have a shitload of cards floating around. Anyways, Robert, what do you got going on?
Cool. You can follow me on Instagram at Robert_Negoesco. I'm working on comics all the time. Buy some comics.
Buy some comics.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that follows Robert's going to get you a deck of cards.
Oh, yes, I'm doing
Thank you,
that.
Robert. That's very generous.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, on to Do We Call Jules and Vincent? How do y'all feel about this movie?
Fucking conflicted. That's how I feel. I'm gonna kill it with the caveat that I recommend it.
Oh.
So I think you should watch it, but I'm gonna just spoil the movie right now and say it's not a very good movie.
No, it's an unpleasant experience.
It's an unpleasant experience, yeah.
It really made before I watched it, I had this weird pit in my this heaviness in my stomach, and I was like, I don't know why. I guess it's like the last movie I didn't watch as a kid. Like I haven't rewatched as a kid, so it still scares me or something. I thought that's what it was, but then I watched the movie and I was like, oh, it's still there.
It's just this movie,
time. Not until the wild shit starts happening was I like, oh, okay, I'm having fun. Basically the cliff. And Mr. Highway. I love Mr. Highway. He's great. Also, we never brought it up. This is just complete. Him coming down with the white mask.
Yeah, I don't know how we didn't bring that up. That was
That's a great fucking sinister intro to a character, right?
Yeah.
I made one for each of us.
Hello, Clarice.
And then they're just staring at each other, and there's like fucking Michael Myers mask. Like he looks like Michael Myers when he's hanging upside down. Like, I don't know.
And again, that's just like, oh, Henry, you and your games.
Yeah, I just made you a white paper mache murder mask.
I know, they should have worn the masks again.
I know, they never do.
Like, why not wear the masks while we
When they did the Mr. Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of missed opportunities in this movie, I think.
Yeah. Or if you're going to set out to murder a dog, which, first of all, don't do that. But, wear a mask.
I guess. Just don't do that.
Just don't do that, yeah.
Please don't make bolt guns to kill dogs.
Yeah.
Even mean dogs.
I'm going to let it live. I like this movie.
Nice.
I appreciate the darkness in it and the weird fucking score.
Yeah.
It's baffling to sit through, but I'm okay with it because it's baffling and fucking weird.
Yeah.
And it was the late 80s, you know.
Yeah, I had similar feelings too. I was kind of somewhere in the middle ground there, where I would tell people to watch it, but I don't think I'm gonna watch it again unless whoever recommended it to popped it right then, right there, like, oh, well, I have it, oh, here it's on Netflix. So watch it. Oh,
Anytime you come over to my house, it's just gonna be on now.
Yeah.
Like everybody on Cribs has Scarface playing in the background. It's gonna be The Good Son for me.
Yeah. I don't think it's terrible. It's fine.
That'd be a great movie to be on the TV when Cribs shows up. Be like, I fucking love this movie.
Don't ever explain
this
it.
kid's hard as fuck.
Yeah, don't ever get into it.
It's not just playing on the TV, it's playing like in your Bentley and everywhere, anything that has a screen.
Yeah, I'm also like, I do think people should see this movie, and I don't think this is a good movie.
Yeah.
It does, there is magic there, though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the weird thing. It's like, if it weren't for 4 moments or 4 scenes, this is a dog shit movie, I think, kind of. But then, that cliff battle, so harrowing and incredible. the fucking Mr. Highway thing is such an insane idea to like put in your head that it's like, you have to see that like executed. You have to see that go down. But I don't know. The score I did not appreciate. I was furious at the beginning, and then I kind of forgot. But like,
yeah,
because it just melts to the background. But like, I particularly hate overblown score.
Sure.
Where it's too in your face.
Yeah.
You know,
it could have been way better. It could have been so much
subtler,
better. Much more subtle, much more in tune with the mood of the movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, fuck y'all. On to the Sonic Death Monkey top 5. Your top 5 actors who play against type, and maybe what movies they were playing against type in. Robert, you said you have do you have a top 5? Can we go? We do a round robin now. So if you want to start with your 5, and then afterwards we'll go over all your others.
Well, I'll go last.
There's no last. We keep going.
Okay, well then I'll go last in the rotation. At least you each say one.
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't want to take them all.
Well, there's only 5. There's supposed to be only 5.
I have 14.
I know. That's why.
Pick your top 5.
Pick your top 5.
No, I'll wait.
There's no waiting. All right. Have you guys seen Fatal Instinct?
No.
So there's Fatal Attraction and a Basic Instinct, were 2 very crime drama movies. There's a spoof called Fatal Instinct. It's very, very along the lines of Naked Gun. And there's a guy who plays the lead role, Armand Assante. He's a very dramatic actor, almost like soap opera actor, but he's very much a Leslie Nielsen in Fatal Instinct. I want to show this movie to you guys.
Sure. Leslie
really,
Nielsen, who
really
was
funny.
playing against type when he did Airplane, right?
Yeah.
My number 5, I had, speaking of Leslie Nielsen, sort of, I had Liam Neeson in Taken.
Yeah.
Is that against type? Well, that's
Well,
his
at
type
that time,
now.
at the time, yeah. So at that time,
started that time.
Yeah. So I mean, before that, he had done like 1 or 2 other kind of actiony flicks, but they were like 10 years prior.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
that's Dark Man though.
Oh, yeah.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah, but then Taken was the movie that made him like, oh no, he's gonna be that guy now.
Yeah, that basically set up the rest of his career.
Yeah. Which is why I had a number 5, because there was he did do 2 other things.
Yeah,
so that's
I
why
can see
had
that. What you got, Chuck?
I got a couple low-hanging fruits here. My number 5 is Jim Carrey as Joel in Eternal Sunshine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just like depressed Jim Carrey. It was great.
It was shocking at the time. Even Truman Show was seemed unprecedented because he's not wacky.
Exactly.
Yeah. Then there's the Mystic. Have you guys seen that one?
Oh yeah.
I have not.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's very earnest. It's like a Capra movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim Carrey is great. I'm going to say Keanu Reeves in Sam Raimi's The Gift.
Oh.
Keanu Reeves plays an abusive alcoholic redneck.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's his best acting performance. Like, I do think Keanu Reeves is a great actor. I don't think him acting pays bills. Like, he could do character work and stuff, but no one wants that. They want him to be Keanu Reeves.
Right.
And they want him to be Action Man. So this movie, I do think, was like him attempting that. And I don't know if it got any attention or whatever, but it's like a Cate Blanchett movie. And he's fucking gross and scary. And it's like unlike you've ever seen Keanu Reeves.
Nice. Did he pay you to say this because he came in your store?
No. I didn't even talk about that with him. I talked about Babes in Toyland with him. And he sang with me. He's a great guy.
Listen, you son of a bitch, you're going to talk about The Gift.
Yeah.
Right on. My number 4 is Jeff Bridges in The Vanishing. Haven't seen The Vanishing?
No.
Great. It's a good movie. It starts off with a couple stopping at a gas station. The guy goes in the store to pay for gas, whatever, comes back out and his wife's gone.
Oh, yeah, I know of it.
And Bridges is the villain, like the creepy.
He does play evil very good.
Does, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that was before like Iron Man. He's a bad guy in that.
Yeah, Vanishing's like 80s, right? 80s, right? Something like that.
It was early. It was like 91, 92.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
What you got, Abby?
My number 4, I had Sacha Baron Cohen in Sweeney Todd.
Oh.
And that one's kind of, iffy just because, at first he is kind of the goofy character, but then he gets to like break down break the facade and, I'm like, oh, you don't remember me, do you? And
did you watch his series, The Spy?
No.
He's like an Israeli spy. Like I don't know how many episodes. It's like 8 or 9 episodes, and it's very serious, a very serious spy movie.
I'm looking up. Okay.
Yeah. He's excellent in it.
Yeah.
Not a lick of comedy
Sure,
here,
yeah. No,
taking the piss or nothing.
Yeah. Because he's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 4 is Michael Cera as Michael Cera in This Is the End.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. It's like he's not, nerdy, like bumbling or anything like that. He's just, like asshole LA cokehead, like just,
Ultra confident.
ultra confident. Exactly.
Like narcissist confidence. Yeah. I'll give my number 4 to Marlon Wayans' Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, he like really is struggling in that movie, and it's like for someone who's only ever done like the wackiest shit you've ever seen,
Yeah.
that dude has some chops, and I can't really think of anything else where he was given the opportunity to like act after that. I'm sure there's maybe something.
White chicks?
Yeah. I mean, it shows his range.
Yeah.
That shows his range. That is against type. Yeah.
Right on. My number 3 is good old Leslie Nielsen. Airplane, Naked Gun, Wrongfully Accused, Dead and Loving It.
Forbidden Planet.
No, that was yeah.
Yeah.
He was on it. He was in that, but not.
No, I know that
his
was
old
the type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very serious dramatic actor from the 30s on to the 60s, 70s. Yeah, and then did Airplane. Turned his entire career around.
Became a household name because of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good old Leslie Nielsen. You guys know about the fart machine?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Classic. What?
I just don't care anymore.
What elderly adult takes a fart machine around to their interviews? Like, it's just amazing.
For my number 3, somebody already said it, but I had Jim Carrey, Eternal Sunshine.
There's also a Man on the Moon, where you kind of just went crazy. But
number 23, we still think of Jim Carrey as wacky.
Yeah.
Even though he has all the range now, and we know that.
What you got, Chuck?
My number 3, very low hanging fruit. I went Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Yep.
Just because, usually he's 10 Things I Hate About You and playing more kind of romantic, dramatic roles.
Knight's Tale.
And Brokeback Mountain had been the most recent. At the time, it was only like 4 years before that.
Yeah.
I will go. I'll just stick with the Batman thing, which is more modern one. Colin Farrell as the Penguin. Incredible.
Yeah.
So
it's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
He's gone. There's no Colin Farrell there. He's disappeared. I mean, yes, there's a bunch of prosthetic there, but it's like he's fucking gone. It's someone else, and it really just shows how great of an actor that guy is, and also just for him to do that for like this character that's so, I don't know, like he's never been done as he is in the comics. Danny DeVito's version is iconic, but it's like that's some Tim Burton shit.
Yeah.
Like he's like a fish man and stuff.
I would say the new one has like zero attempt at getting any kind of sympathy.
Yeah.
Because he has none of that, but all of Colin Farrell's other roles are very much about getting the audience's sympathy.
Yeah.
But his Penguin doesn't even ask for it, doesn't give a shit.
He is funny though.
Oh yeah, he's always funny.
You guys don't know no English? Like, come on. Like, you guys, like, that's
Worst Spanish I've ever heard.
Yeah, and then he waddles when they leave him tied up, right? And he's like, hey, you're going to just leave me here.
I'm excited for the series, man.
Oh yeah, he's got a series.
Yeah.
All right, on to number 2. We got Adam Sandler in Punch Drunk Love.
Oh.
That was a big surprise for everybody. I think it was a 99 movie in 2000 or so. Yeah, nobody expected it. Yep. Nobody expected that kind of performance out of Mr. Comedy Fart Jokes, Saturday Night Live guy.
Trivia bonus round. Do you know who that movie was written for?
It was Cruise, wasn't it?
Chris Farley.
Oh, that's right. It was Chris Farley.
And if you look at it, think about it, it's about anger. So it would have been Chris Farley doing what he's most known for, but in a dramatic sense. Yeah. Right? Which it still would have, that would have been on our list if he had played that, right? Because it would have blown people's minds. Right, him playing a dramatic version of anger, but then his friend, who also did do silly anger, right?
Yeah,
like that was
explosive man-child.
Yeah. So it's like both of them, right? I mean, I just That's the alternate world that I want to see Chris Farley's version. I would also say, even though Adam Sandler's done dramatic stuff, Uncut Gems.
I appreciate the movie, but I'll never watch it again.
It's very stressful.
I love that movie.
Extremely stressful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, not to shit on it. You guys apparently like it.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I
Shit
fucking
away.
love it.
When he's breaking down and going, "Why does everybody hate me?" That was like, that's not acting. That he's just sitting there he's saying that shit into a microphone. That's like the worst acting I've ever seen in my life.
Interesting.
For me, I didn't buy any of it.
Mm.
I also didn't like the guy.
Oh yeah, I don't think you're
I
supposed
don't think
to.
you're supposed to.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't like him
hated
so
him.
much that I was not going to sympathize with him at all.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't sympathize with them either.
Mm.
I don't
But
think
that, but that one part, if you watch it again, it's like
they want you to.
it's really bad acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Just-
on a
or no
huge-
acting.
Still
I don't
against
Yeah.
type though.
know. Yeah. Not knocking it for that.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, number 2. Yeah,
Number
Chuck
2.
already said it too. So I had Heath Ledger. It's my number 2.
Nice.
Dark Knight. Yeah.
My number 2, I have one, but I'm going to pivot because we brought up a safety movie. I'm actually going to go with Good Time.
Oh, Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, Good Time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was like kind of his big turn as far as like just playing kind of heartthrobs and whatnot, like the Twilights and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, it showed sinister and a lot of range to him. Yeah. Also Safdies.
Safdies are so good.
Let's see. I'll say that for my number 1. So I'm gonna say Seth Rogen in the Steve Jobs movie.
I when I was looking this up, I did not realize.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. He
have
plays
not
Steve.
seen this.
He plays Steve Wozniak.
Oh, he plays Woz. Okay, that I can get behind.
Yeah, it's one scene. I think he's only in one scene, but it's a fucking great scene. And he basically just like goes at Steve Jobs and is like, "You're betraying like who gave you your company."
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, he's just playing this like, Steve Wozniak's like a super genius. He just plays it so well. It's very unlike how we've ever seen Seth Rogen. I think even since I've never seen him do something like so subdued. Even though he's yelling and stuff, he's very like human. I don't know. I think it's good.
Right on. I might check that movie out.
Oh, it's a great
Fast
movie.
forward to see Seth Rogen.
No. Watch the whole movie. It's shot in 3 film formats.
I recently went through Behind the Bastards, learning more about Steve Jobs than I ever wanted to know.
Oh,
And
he doesn't look good in that movie. He's not a good guy. He's a bad guy.
I still don't want to spend time with him. It's Kutcher too, right?
No.
No, not that one. Not that one. That's a
No,
different
never
one.
watch that. Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, Fassbender. Yeah.
Oh, weird.
It's a Danny Boyle movie.
Yeah.
It's shot in
Oh.
3 different
Yep.
time periods. They shot in 16 millimeter for the 80s, 35 millimeter for like the early mid 90s, and then they shot in digital for the finale. It's Steve Jobs leading up to his presentations, 3 separate presentations.
Okay.
Jeff Bridges is in it. Kate Winslet is in it.
Oh,
It's a tour de force of acting and perform. It's a fucking great movie, and he does. No, fuck that. I'm not going to
It
watch.
came
an
out
Ashton
like
Kutcher
around the
movie.
same time.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you mistook it because
Yeah.
it was another one of those like, wait, we're getting 2 of these in the same
had
year?
no,
Like,
had no
was it the
idea
same
it was
year?
a different movie.
Yeah.
I knew there was 2 Steve Jobs movies, and I just paid no attention to either because I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Good.
I watch it because it's a Danny Boyle movie, and I love Danny Boyle.
Yeah, I'll watch a
Yeah.
Danny Boyle movie.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Yeah,
Is it my turn?
Yours, I believe.
Yeah.
Number 1 still surprises me when I watch it over and over again, but Will Ferrell in Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies, and I think they use you expect him to be funny in the movie, and it makes it even more dramatic when he's not being funny. I really like how they played that up.
Yeah. Solid choice.
Thanks.
My number 1, I had to do it. I got Leo in Django Unchained.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. First time that I got to play a truly fucking horrible
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And,
And he's really good at it.
and fucking travesty that he didn't win an award for that, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. Well, my number 1 is Luke's favorite movie. I got Adam Sandler as Howard in Uncut Gems.
Nice.
Double
Nice.
down, on the Safety Brothers there at the end.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. My number 1, it's like 2 different movies that I'm giving him the award for, but Robin Williams. 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah.
Fucking bone chilling, terrifying.
Yeah.
And then Insomnia, where he plays like just a scary pedophile.
Yeah,
And
so-
both are fucking terrifying.
Yeah, he's fucking menacing.
Yeah.
In both of those movies.
And he's for someone that I like. I mean, maybe my favorite human who's ever acted.
Yeah.
You know, for him to be able to pull that off, it's a fucking joy for me because I love seeing people playing. It's like I think comedians playing dramatic roles is one of like my favorite things. It's an amazing thing to watch. You know, but yeah, I also have a bunch of other ones.
Anybody else got any more?
I'll hold off. Yeah, I'm good.
Go ahead, Robert.
Henry Fonda, Once Upon a Time in the West. He's just like known to play a good guy all the time. And I grew up like my mom showed me Once Upon a Time in the West, and she was like I had seen 12 Angry Men and a couple other things, but she was like, this guy was like the leading man. And he in that movie plays like his opening scene is he guns down a family, like he kills a bunch of children.
Shit.
And they like play off his like iconic blue eyes, and he's just like dead inside. It's just a great movie, but it's fucking scary, and it's cool to see like, you know, this really beloved actor play this like, and I mean, this is the 60s. They didn't have dudes gunning down children in movies.
Yeah.
I don't think they still do that.
They drop them off cliffs now, Robert.
In the 90s, it was Cliffs.
Yeah. Denzel, Training Day. Like he's always a good
Excellent.
guy. He's always good. He's so evil. You know,
Yeah.
he's since played darker characters and stuff, but that was the first time. Like,
Yeah.
It's tremendous. I don't need to tell you how good Training Day is.
Yeah, I didn't know which way it was going all the way up until the end. I mean, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, that's only me knowing through like context, right? Because like Training Day is one of the first Denzel movies I ever watched, but then understanding like, oh, he's like the good, charming guy, and for him to play that afterwards, it's like pretty impressive. More Batman, Gary Oldman, Commissioner Gordon. He was originally supposed to play Ra's al Ghul because Gary Oldman was always a villain. He's always playing a fucking villain.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right? So he's supposed to play Ra's al Ghul. They moved things around. Liam Neeson also playing a villain. That was the first time he ever played a bad guy. So that movie has like a double, triple. Wait, that series? But yeah, I mean, Gary Oldman is Commissioner Gordon. He's so fucking good. And it's like when you think how heartwarming he is, how caring, when you think about it, it's like, that was known as a scary guy.
Yeah.
And he kind of disappears.
It's as good as J.K. Simmons as the newspaper guy in Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Like Gary Oldman was fucking amazing as Gordon.
It's so it made a character, because if you remember the old Batman movies, he's not really a character. He's just that guy who's occasionally like, Batman, we need help. Like, it's awful. It
was the cartoons that brought him more into being a character that Wayne talked to, but
yeah. Oh yeah, he's great in the cartoon, but like for live action, Gary Oldman made him matter. Yep. You know, and then now we have what's his name, who's playing him now in the Pattinson ones, who's also great. He just won the Oscar, right?
Right. Oh, Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah. Jeffrey Wright.
I love Jeffrey Wright. I'll watch anything he's in.
I don't even know you, dude. He says that in the Batman movie.
He's such a good Gordon.
Gets to call Batman dude.
Yeah.
So Tom Cruise gets an honorable mention for like multiple movies. Magnolia.
He jumped around a lot. Yeah, he's done the range. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's a phenomenal actor. Anything about him as a person aside, whatever, but like he's a phenomenal actor. Magnolia, Collateral, terrifying, and then Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Like all three of those are, for him to continuously be able to pull those, because each one of those is shocking.
Yeah.
And he's already done the other one before it, and he continue like, you're like, oh my God, what is the depth with this guy? This guy can do whatever. It's pretty amazing. And then, real fast. Harrison Ford, What Lies Beneath. Charlize Theron, Monster. And then
Monster,
Robert De Niro, Jackie Brown. It's like a really subdued performance. You never see De Niro like that.
He's also just a dumb guy. Usually De Niro's like kind of, one step ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that he's way behind.
Lewis is just, fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's a burnout. He's a loser. Like, And for him to take on that role at that time too, right? Like that's like a few years after like Goodfellas and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, Charlize Theron, Monster, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
You got some more, Chuck?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Well, right on. Thank you for listening, if you're still listening. That brings us to the end of our show. And I have been Luc Londe.
I have been Chuck Starzenski.
I've been Javier Martinez.
Robert Negoesco.
And we have been the Nostalgia Killers.
Bang, bang.